this morning and we're going to go and mom is gonna cut my hair. While we do that, simultaneously I will be answering and giving you all some pointers on what's the difference between Trinidad and Tobago and Trinidad. As you all know, while I'm doing this, my mother, lovely in the back, will be cutting my hair. She has cut my hair throughout my life. I've gone to the hairdresser every now and then, but she remains my #1 hairdresser.
Oh.
I'm trusting mom with my haircut. I have no idea what she's going to do. I trust her. She's really good. Oh. Okay, so starting with Tobago, and then I'm going to go on to Trinidad, and then Tobago, and then Trinidad. So 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. You'll get it. So for number one,
I'm kidding. I don't need to get it. Sorry.
You don't need to get it. Okay. So number one, Tobago. Tobago's the obvious thing is Tobago is a smaller island, and Trinidad is a bigger island. With this, Tobago being a smaller island, everybody knows everybody's business throughout the entire island. Trinidad, however, as much as it's a larger island, everybody still knows everybody's business, but they do it in sections, etc. Number 2, simple life is in Tobago. So there's small groceries, 2 malls, Mom? 3. You're not gonna find the extravagance, and you live in your house. Majority of the time, people grow on their land. Yeah, it's not as commercialized. And in Trinidad, number 2, there's a strong American influence, which is the difference. A lot more shopping based, a lot more groceries, and they're sizably larger with the selection, and they have bigger nightlife and a city way of living.
Whatever you're doing, stop moving your head. I don't know how that's going to work out. I know you need to be expressive.
I'm sorry, I will not be expressive going forth. Number 3, beaches are everywhere in Tobago. Whereas in Trinidad, they are a little bit more of a trek. In Tobago, it's always 10 minutes away. It's like walking distance everywhere. And in Trinidad, based on where you're staying or where you're living, it's normally 30 minutes to an hour. 30 minutes is the minimum time, because the majority of the time, communities are 30 minutes away. What is normally a larger community. Number 4. Number 4 is the touchy one. In Tobago, people tend to accept and appreciate foreigners a little bit more. And in Trinidad, a lot of them don't know or see the inclusion and the introduction of the rest of the world into our culture. They struggle with that embrace. Back to Tobago on the same topic. The reason why I believe they accept foreigners more, and Mum could probably correct me if I'm wrong, is they're more accustomed to them. And apart from Carnival, Tobago is more tourist driven than Trinidad, because that is what their main resource is. In Trinidad, apart from Carnival, they don't really embrace that part of revenue. Yeah, I'm not saying that every single Trinidadian is like that, every Tobagonian is like this. It's based on like a general outlook. Number 5, which is another one of the touchy topics, which is race and ethnicity. So in Tobago, it's not as race and ethnic dominant, whereas in Trinidad, they do let race and ethnicity dominate their decisions, their practices, their everything that they do. So I put here, Trinis is still very swayed by race and ethnicity. They struggle with accepting and mixing religions, ethnic backgrounds, etc. The only real time that you see a true let go of that mentality is probably when they're liming or they're drunk. And everybody kind of mixes. But in Tobago, it's a little different. You tend to walk down the road and you see people intermingling, different races, different religions, different people in general, and you see the acceptance and the kind of, it is how it is.
Community trusting feel as well. But still, that island setting is why we're not as industrialized in Tobago. So everybody, kind of embraces each other like a neighbor kind of thing still. Whereas because of how the economy was built in Trinidad, generally how things went, people got very guarded and there's a lot of trust issues, even between different ethnic groups. So it's difficult to regain that level of sincerity amongst people as a large island and based on the history and social development.
Well, that was number 5. Number 6 is in Tobago, they don't buy fast food as much. They pre-make or they make their food at home as much as possible. They like to cook their own dishes.
Very proud, yes.
They're very proud of what they can make and what they have on their land as resources. For Trinidad is that they have a lot more restaurants and fast food options, and compared to the home cooked meals, they always tend to go for the fast food and that other stuff. The only thing they really have in Trinidad that is still a big time thing is Sunday lunch, which is literally what it's in the name. Everybody, the whole family comes and gathers to eat lunch on a Sunday. And that is normally home cooked food.
I think generally as well too, you have to take into consideration how, again, so of course Trinidadians tend to be, they were a lot more productive, fast-paced, and that led to their poorer eating habits, rushing to get something based on convenience.
Yeah.
Whereas Tobagonians are a little bit more laid back, and they have, again, everybody in the community looks out for each other, somebody sharing something, and.
Okay, so number 7 is about Carnival. Yay, my gosh, it's Carnival! In Tobago, there's a lot smaller of a carnival. That is the correct grammar. It's probably not. It's terrible.
Anyway, we don't know that.
Okay, but they have a smaller carnival in Tobago for sure. And it's not as commercialized as Trinidad, which is like the main thing in Trinidad. The big thing in Tobago is Juve. The amount of people that they, how many people do they have normally for Juve for Tobago? It's really big.
Yes.
It's huge.
We actually got warned by a police officer, get off the road now. They have a mud ban coming, and that will be the end of your car.
So yeah, it's huge in Tobago. So if you would like, it's a very different experience than Trinidad. Like, I think Trinidad, you can definitely go for your first experience to kind of gather what it really is mainstream. But in Tobago, there is an experience, which is the Juve. They have some pretty mass, but it's more of the traditional mass that you would see in Tobago, and a smaller scale. When I say smaller scale, like they have bands. They have what?
Just kidding.
Bands are literally like 20 people in the band, if that much. They have one band, I think Auntie Simone was telling me that it was 100 people, which is huge for Tobago. But yeah. And in Trinidad, well, that's the motherland of Carnival. It is. Carnival is a driving factor for Trinidad. It's one of the main things we are known for. When compared to Tobago, it's massive. The entire country shuts down, and it's where you want to have the full experience of modern day Carnival.
It is.
Yeah. The last one is number 8, and it's about doubles. I know a lot of people come to Trinidad and Tobago to try and, get that authentic taste of doubles. And in Tobago, it's really hard to find doubles. And when you do, it's not as good as Trinidad. Trinidad, there's doubles on probably almost every corner. Yeah, there's doubles everywhere. So yeah, that's the only difference really with the doubles. You don't find it that much in Tobago. So if you come in for the food and the doubles, don't go Tobago. Sorry. Go Trinidad. And that's it. What do you think? Let me know if you all would actually want to hear a little bit more about food and dishes. I mean, you could go to a restaurant, a local restaurant, eat some stuff, let y'all know what it tastes like, what I think of it, what I don't like, what Trini dishes I don't like, what I do like, and why. I don't know, y'all tell me, I'll try. And I know I don't post a lot of content, and that is mainly because I don't have time. It's a lot of work to try and produce one video for me, personally. If it was my, my main source of income, yeah, sure. But I have school going on and I have a few jobs that I'm trying to line up and, life. Look at how short my hair is. It was down here. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you all want a second one, let me know. And if you all have any comments, nice comments, please do not be mean to anybody. We're not accepting any bullying in the comments. Yeah, go ahead.
Shall be deleted.
I wait and I look out for people commenting and I try my best to reply to everybody. What is going on with the light? Sorry. Bye. Good riddance. Peace out. Bye. Peace.